Just bringing the pawn here to try and manage some of the space in the center as best possible, and just developing the knight to help support the pawn. And going to push this in the center again, same principle, trying to manage as best possible some squares around the center. But I'm not going to get too bent out of shape over that. Now I'm looking at what the opponent potentially is looking to do. They've done small pawn maneuvers. That does not mean they don't know how to play chess just because you see that type of thing. I'm going to bring the bishop here because I'm looking to simply castle. And again, more pawn moves doesn't mean they don't know how to play chess. Just means their pieces are late in developing to the party. So in this game here, I'm thinking this is going to be a nice long drawn out end game so we can get some practice done. I'm going to bring the bishop here. I'm not going to castle just yet, just to see what the opponent's planning to do. So they are attacking this pawn. We do have two pieces defending. He could look to start pushing down and get rid of one of the defenders. It does give us time to push our pawn up so that our knight sits behind here. I think we'll push and just see if we can get the knights here whilst their pieces are looking to defend. Probably looking to see a mirror of that by doing the fianchetto thing here. So yeah, they're going with the central pawns, so we'll just bring the knight up and see if we can give options of castling queenside or kingside. We're not rushing anything, and now they're starting to develop. So it looks like maybe they're going castling kingside, but they're just taking the time, moving from the back. I feel like just going castling now. Don't think there's any much else we really need to do. I mean, we could push another pawn just to not emulate what they're doing, but it gets them higher up the board. Doesn't look like there's any major threats. Key thing is they're probably going to be hitting the center here. Got to be mindful that our knight is behind there, so he's probably looking to double pawns. So do we leave them to do that? I think we'll leave them to do that. We'll bring the queen off of the line, targeting towards the king, or we could just go and castle. I'm going to bring the queen here. My brain is looking to come here for some reason. Thinking maybe they're going kingside castling. Start the attacks process. Obviously not yet. Not sure we're going queenside castling after all, really. But we'll just see, sit and wait. Looks like they're just playing the sitting waiting game, waiting for us to overexpand. Oh, exact move. Oh, dear me. Right, so we could push the pawn. I think we'll push the pawn. Does leave the knight being supported by the queen though, if it does all kick off. But I think if the pushing, we're pushing, takes. This is why we're not pushing this pawn. Let's just push this pawn up. It's probably coming here, but we've got two pieces defending at the minute. But it's all going to kick off soon. And there'll be pieces just getting whipped off the board all over the place. It'll just be a massive take fest. Yep, massive pawn pushes. Let's push here. Again, can challenge, we can take. I think I'm not too bothered now. I think we can go and castle, but I think if we push this pawn first, either one of these is coming, you know, to upset the pawns. I've not visualized this one. I don't think they'll do that. Either one of these. One of these or one of these, just to... There's 3 potential pawn moves. And we'll just go and castle. Or we might hang fire on the castling, depending on how it looks. So they have castled, so we will castle on the king's side now. Get ready to rock and roll. Bring the queen here. Overextends the pawns a bit. But like we said, what pawns did we say? This, potentially this. We move here. Oh, this is going to start. Whoa, they've not gone with any of the pawns that we said. Which kind of allows us to just lock this down because we kind of didn't want this. Yeah, so we're going for the lockdown. So I'm going to push here. It may take now, thinking I'm not locking everything down. They have locked everything down. This is the beautiful stone wall type looking thing. This is what we were brought up on. Bring the bishop here. Well, we brought ourselves up on it when we started learning. Drops the pawn. Not saying we're going to win anything, but it's not anything unusual for us. Oh, they're attacking. Oh, bless them. So, going to attack the bishop. Maybe he locks down, but we'll attack the bishop anyway, take the pawn. Maybe the queen's going to get trapped in there. Bishop doesn't have to take after all. Nah, it's not doing, so we'll take. Oh, before we do that, is there anything else? X-ray through to the queen. No, let's just take. So he's locked down the area. Knight can jump here to jump here, which is going to be quite tasty if we get it off. I think this knight's going to move because the bishop's going to take the knight off the board. Yeah. Man. Yeah, because we would have had a check. Beautiful checkaroonie. Is there anything else we can do? Bishop can't go in here. Gonna have to come back. Well, not have to, because there's no attacking on it yet. It would be nice if we could maybe get rid of this pawn, but it opens up space in front of our king. I'm going to hit this pawn. They're going to ignore all of that. They're going to get the bishop out doing something. Knight's come up. So we're not jumping here because the bishop will take. Knight can come back here. Like I said, it's going to ignore this pawn thing. Don't want anything to do with that. We can bring the knight back, but it's kind of spoiling everything. So I'm actually going to take. Tempting to take now, but maybe not. Bring the queen here. Look to attack the bishop. Attack the bishop. They're chomping at the bit to get to this point here. Get the queen there. So at least we've got the queen here. Watch how quickly this comes here. Taking a long time, but that's where they're going. That's their target point. Get all the rook and the queen powering down here. It's a little bit in no man's land, but we're not going to do that just yet. We've got to try and do this, but they may try and do this, but the rook can't stay there. It needs to move. Ooh. Yeah, so I think they're going to do that, aren't they? If we go here, it just drops on. It's coming for the queen. Coming for the queen. Queen can come here. Definitely trap zone, isn't it? Boom. Rook attacks it. Rook attacks it. Down. We physically can take the pawn. Takes back. Gonna be attacking our queen, dude. Knight here, knight comes down, attacks the queen. Maybe we just move the queen before all of that. Just do a preemptive and move the queen. But we are developing their pieces for them. Queen's by itself, there's nothing major. Bring it here. Then we're playing into their hands. We come here, start opening up. Bring the queen here. What is the best option in my head? That looks nice, doesn't it? There. Oh, but then his rook can actually come down and take, and it's on the queen because it's got the outpost. Ah, so that's no good. I was thinking, oh, that's a nice one if they do take. And we move the king here, move here, and we're attacking, but that's too slow. And now the rook can actually just take. That's probably what they do, isn't it? That messes that pretty little picture up. Alright, let's throw that out the window. Get the knight here. Knight comes down, attacks the queen. Queen moves back. Yeah, okay. Queen moves back. I've seen the patterns. It all depends on what the opponent does. But we know the knight's attacking the queen, so need to move it out of the way. I'm deciding on moving it back rather than into here. Because it looks like trap zone. Or it's a developing their pieces zone. They might negate all that and just push the pawn, and then pawn is managing this square. No, they're not doing that. Let's move the king, queen like we said. And they might still do it. Conscious these pawns don't have any protection on. Queen's attacking our queen. Queen's got no protection. King can move up. Queen takes, king takes. Take. His knight's in a favourable position there. So we'd have to push this pawn to stop the knight from getting activated. Let's take it off the board. Let's push this pawn. Trying to stop the knight from jumping here at least. Might be a take now. If they're looking to reduce down. No, he's attacking the knight. The knight has to go back. Ah, it's going back into no man's land. Although it is protecting the pawn. Okay, don't overthink that. So I don't think I'm bringing it back here. Although, bringing it back there. Oh, just going nowhere. So it looks like bringing the king across here. Seeing if there's any push. That looks very slow. Highly advanced pawn. We should not have allowed that really, should we? Okay, let's push here. Right, so we have more pawns on this side. We are +1 actually. That's quite nice, isn't it? I'm going to bring the rook here, because this pawn seems to be blocking everything. We can't do a double. And now he's looking... What's he looking to do? Yeah, because if we push here, then his knight's going to be sitting there. He's got to check on our king. And if he gets his rooks doubled on here, have a look at the situation. The knight moves. He's got a 2-on-1 on the pawn. Probably best off pushing onto the pawn. Knight puts a check on the king. Oh no, it's not going to work. Maybe bring the rook here. And at least it's supporting the pawn. Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna try and skedaddle. That's loads of moves out of the way, isn't it? Let's go. Ooh, here. Yep. They have to move their knight because it's getting attacked. So no other place for it to go. So it's gonna have to go back again, blocking the rook. Gives us time to move. Move, I think. Okay, we'll take. That might be a problem. No, it's okay. He forgets himself. This is protecting this. This is protecting this. This is protecting this. And we have a minor piece up, which is all locked in. Well, it still could be a draw quite easily, because I won't be able to move my king out of the way. Yeah, so this is protecting this. If we moved, we would lose the rook because he'd be able to come down here. So it's all about the knight, I think. The knight's got to do something, which is this, 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 to give them something to think about. Oh, the talking in the chat, it looks foreign, looks French. Je ne fais pas attention, so maybe that's when they lost the knight. I'm not paying attention. Vous allez gagner. That might be a swear word. I don't know what that means. Alright, so we're going to move the knight. Going to attack the pawn. There's nothing clear for the knight. It just looks like it's... Oh, they've resigned. Okay, interesting game.